Take a look at this video.
Oh!
Now, watch this one.
Yo, twin, you good off the GG, twin? Twin, no, twin, you good off the GG, twin?
And hey, just for good measure, check this one out too. What stuck out to you about these clips? Was it the slurring, the staggering, the total lack of awareness of surroundings? Whatever it was, most of you likely came to the same conclusion. These kids are clearly on something. But what? Well, what if we told you that access to this substance was as easy as walking into your local Walmart and purchasing something completely legal? Yes, there's a trend going round online.
The kids are huffing galaxy gas.
That's more addictive than any social media platform.
Galaxy Gas is an evil company.
It might just leave Gen Alpha with permanent brain damage.
Galaxy Gas is rotting the minds of a generation.
So, first things first, where did this craze come from? The year was 1799, and one chemist named Humphrey Davy hosted an experiment disguised as a party, where instead of bonding over foods and drinks, guests were offered his prized possession, tucked in a green silk bag. "Give me more, give me more. This is the most pleasurable thing I've experienced," the guests shouted as they inhaled from the mystery bag. The effects of the substance were immediate. People were dancing, singing, and even challenging others to fence. Poet Robert Southey went so far as to describe his first huff as a new pleasure for which language has no name. And with rave reviews like this, it wasn't long before the product became widely available. Doctors offered it to young men in public shows to showcase its effect on their bodies. Traveling carnivals would take it on the road, and the elite would place it on their party planning checklists. By the 1800s, Humphrey Davy's experimental product had become a party staple. One German chemist even predicted it would eventually replace champagne at dinner parties. Of course, this vision of the future never came to be. So, what changed? It happened after one dentist witnessed a teenager who was high off this substance slam into a wooden bench, hard. Yet the teen managed to walk it off like it was nothing, feeling no pain at all. The dentist then took his substance and applied it to his practice. After trial and error, it was reintroduced in Western medicine as an anesthetic, nitrous oxide, better known as laughing gas. In the following centuries, recreational use of nitrous oxide lowered as it shifted to a respected medical tool used for pain relief, sedation, and anesthesia. But, as recent years prove, old habits die hard. So how has this addiction not only managed to stand the test of time, but make a comeback? Nitrous oxide has been a rising issue over the past decade. According to an SAMHSA statistic report, approximately 5.7 million people reported using inhalants in 2022, which can include gasoline, hairspray, nitrous oxide, and more. Of this group, about 2.2 million are adolescents aged 12 to 17. As of 2024, this crisis has escalated. Not only are more adolescents inhaling nitrous oxide, but they're filming it, leading to a trend with devastating consequences. And it all began with one video.
What's your name? Where you from?
My name is T, man. I'm from the way, we on down the street, man. Come on, man. Let's see what the food's talking about, man. I ain't got time to be playing nobody. We ain't got time to play. With it. I ain't with it.
You gonna try a wing?
This TikTok from an influencer in Atlanta, Georgia, has been reposted across multiple social media platforms, collecting 6 million views on Twitter alone. And naturally, with virality like that, a domino effect followed.
If you search Galaxy Gas on the popular social media app TikTok, you'll find all kinds of videos of mostly young people using the product as a quick fix to get high.
First time trying Galaxy Gas.
But before we go further into how bad this trend has become, we need to talk about how good our new favorite mobile game is. This video sponsor, Secret Puzzle Society, isn't your typical match 3 game. Sure, you're matching gems, but you're also helping Brooke, your quirky, smart best friend, uncover the dark secrets of the mysterious Puzzle Society, who are pulling strings behind the scenes. It's like playing detective, solving puzzles, and taking on escape room challenges all rolled into one. And trust me, the twists? Chef's kiss. The storyline and characters are so well thought out that they keep us coming back for more. See, there's this guy, Red Raven. He's equal parts charming and devious. Like, you know, you shouldn't trust him, but he's just helpful enough to keep you guessing. Is he really Brooke's ally? Or is he leading us straight into a trap? We have no clue. And don't get us started on Madam Mystery. She's pure evil and owns it. But my absolute favorite part? The beautifully designed rooms, clues, and intricate puzzles that feel like real crime scenes. I spent way too long searching for hidden clues in the secret ballroom, but the payoff was so satisfying when I cracked it. Oh, and it's totally ad-free, so you can dive deep into the story without interruptions. Plus, there's an exclusive holiday event happening in December, a Christmas-themed escape room packaged with secrets, surprises, and festive vibes. It's limited time only, so you'll want to jump in ASAP. And we have a special offer for you. This first 100 people to download using my link or the QR code on screen will get a rare Christmas luxury tree decoration for your investigation room. It's the perfect touch to your holiday mystery solving vibes. So, if you love a good mystery, download Secret Puzzle Society now and help Brooke take down the villains one puzzle at a time. Now, it's time to see just how disturbing the Galaxy Gas trend has become. Just take a look at these videos. And by the way, which we shouldn't have to say this, but please do not try this at home, because as you will understand, by the end of our video, engaging in these activities has deadly consequences. In this video, with over 28 million views, a man inhales the product, causing him to fall to the floor. His friend checks up on him.
Twin, you good out the GG, twin?
Then, the man inhales the product again, despite getting knocked out the first time. In another instance, someone posted a Snapchat of their friend supposedly inhaling the nitrous oxide through a balloon.
Sleep.
Soon after, the man lost his balance and tripped over the nitrous oxide canister, and then down the stairs. In another video, with over 1.6 million views, someone fed their uncle nitrous oxide, to which he appears to suddenly have a surge of energy.
Okay, sneeze that, yo! What they talking about? Yo, ain't talking about that. That boy hit the whip and turned to Superman on my mama. Superman, yo. Oh yeah, okay, got you fresh. You good? Are you sure I want no more?
Kids are even inhaling the cans at school and displaying similar results of excitement and loss of balance.
God damn, what the
But perhaps the worst of the videos are those where innocent people get hurt. In this viral video with over 19 million views, someone shared a series of Snapchat stories by someone named Abfino. There appears to be two people in the car, both with their own can of nitrous oxide, allegedly. The first person is wearing a gray shirt and holding a can with a red tip, and appears to be in the passenger seat or back seat. The second person is in a black shirt using a can with a white tip and is behind the wheel in traffic, which, depending on where you live, can be a crime for both a DUI and possession for nitrous oxide with intent of intoxication, landing you a fine, a few years in prison, or both. And we can see quite clearly here why laws are put in place, as this driver ended up rear-ending another car, likely due to being intoxicated. While many people expressed concern with this behavior and warned others to stay away,
do not inhale this stuff at all.
This will kill your brain. It'll make you go stupid.
Warn as many people as you can, because again, people are thinking that this is like some kind of vape, and it's not.
Some people were willing to take the risk. I'm still give it a try regardless. So how many times can I do it before it's bad? I'm addicted already. Yes, under the name Galaxy Gas, an old problem has been repackaged for the new generation. But where did this product come from in 2024? And more importantly, how are kids getting their hands on it? Galaxy Gas is a company that sells whipped cream dispensers, whipped cream chargers, nitrous oxide tanks, and other whipped cream essentials.
We're the best thing that's ever happened to your kitchen. Because Galaxy Gas is the purest culinary nitrous in the galaxy.
And the wide range in prices meant there was room for everyone's budget, with the 50-pack of single-use chargers going for $24.99, while a tank of nitrogen oxide goes for $32.99 to $84.99, depending on the size. But while Galaxy Gas presents itself as a simple culinary suppliers provider, make no mistake, these products aren't always used for their advertised purposes.
Its intended use is for either making whipped cream or culinary foams in the kitchen.
That's exactly what Marguerite Jodry, co-owner of Zest Kitchen and Cookware, sells the nitrous oxide canisters for. But she's had younger generations try to buy the product, likely for the purpose of getting high.
See, these Galaxy Gas nitrous oxide tanks aren't just cheap, but accessible. That's right, even if customers aren't old enough to buy these whipped cream chargers at vape and smoke shops, they're readily available on the Galaxy Gas website, on Amazon, and even at your local Walmart and Target for all ages.
You're asking about Galaxy Gas? Do you guys have any more of this stuff?
Yeah,
it's flying off the shelves.
After all, why should access to a household product be restricted? Well, Dr. Scott Hadland offers a good reason.
The way that kids misuse them is that they'll inhale the nitrous oxide from these canisters. That nitrous oxide quickly goes to the lungs, enters the bloodstream, and then goes to the brain and actually causes levels of oxygen to dip down low. This combination of things leads to this feeling of being kind of dissociated from reality, makes you feel a little bit silly, makes you feel a little bit dizzy, and so that's what causes people to want to misuse.
And these aerosol tanks, known recreationally as whippets, aren't just fun in games.
We know that when you use them repeatedly, you can develop long-term neurologic problems, including numbness of the hands and the feet. You can develop ringing in your ears.
But the side effects don't stop there. Euphoria, dissociation, and the reduced ability to feel pain, sound, and touch can all kick in. And while these might be the exact sensation users are after, they're often accompanied by less desired side effects, such as dizziness, weakness, an irregular heartbeat, slurred speech, blurred vision, delusions, and vomiting. But of course, these states are only passing. It's the long-term consequences people should really worry about. Brain damage, liver damage, hearing loss, kidney damage or failure, breathing troubles, vitamin B12 deficiency, which causes nerve damage, loss of coordination, bone marrow damage, behavioral developmental issues, disruption in heart rate, long-term ringing or buzzing in your ears, poor or no bladder or bowel control, psychosis, and depression. These are just some of the conditions that should come on a warning label for nitrous oxide, and countless victims warn us the risks are no joke.
Unless you want to end up having to wear these leg braces all the time, or you could end up in a wheelchair, or even worse, you could end up paralyzed. So I have what they call drop foot from this, and it's where you can't feel your feet and you can't lift them up. It's just like dead weight. They feel like they're 100 pounds.
Another user described how his friends who inhaled the gas were allegedly doing now. Now, they're in their late 30s, early 40s, or partial body paralysis. Can't remember an hour ago, wearing diapers, and have huge, quarter-sized holes in their brains. And that wasn't the worst of it. He continued, few died from depression and mental health issues. Others try to deal daily with their old, f***ed-up habits, along with pills, model plane glue, etc., etc. An employee at a smoke shop also emphasized the change she had seen in people who abused nitrous oxide.
Literally, I've watched people come in here and like decline. From starting, they come in energetic, and then like you just slowly, you just can tell that they're just not there.
And these addictions were powerful enough to tear families apart. In an interview with Fox 8 New Orleans, one father described what it had done to his daughter.
She is so addicted to this stuff that she just totally avoids her family and all of her friends now. It's ridiculous. When we do see her, she's shaking. She can't even eat a piece of pizza without it almost falling out of her mouth. She's doing really bad. She's been in rehab 3 times.
And according to Dr. Sulangna Misra, the effect this addiction could have on kids and teens is especially troubling.
These children have underdeveloped brains, they're getting instant gratification high, and there's no oversight. You can die from one use of this, one prolonged, abnormal, wrong misuse, no supervision, you can die.
With all of the potentially devastating side effects, You might be asking yourself, who could defend this? One user claimed that the criticisms surrounding Galaxy Gas were fake, misleading propaganda, as he's only heard and experienced good things with Galaxy Gas. He spoke against another user who was trying to warn viewers of Galaxy Gas by claiming that this guy is obviously work for Big Pharma and is trying to push us into spending thousands on happy normal pills. Another chimed in, if you're ever sad about getting older, do some Galaxy Gas and watch YouTube shorts for a few hours. You will feel young again instantly. While these posts could just be trolling, this doesn't mean statements like this don't leave an impression on young users who could take it seriously and ultimately at more risk at developing an addiction to the product. But what's strong enough to overpower this trend and get kids to listen to the facts? One word: celebrity. Yes, this issue has become so widespread that stars are taking action on social media. Singer and songwriter SZA tweeted, "Is no one gonna talk about how Galaxy Gas came out of nowhere and is being mass marketed to black children? The government is doing nothing. Since when are we selling whip? It's at the store. Somebody protect the children." Rapper Lil Nar also made a series of videos that cautioned his audience against Galaxy Gas.
I'm gonna show y'all young, only way to do that Galaxy Gas without brand up. First you gotta check the drip. You know what I'm saying? Get the tip, get that beacon like this here.
And the very platform the gas went viral on has also censored Galaxy Gas, seeming to block searches for people inhaling the product, adding that promoting a safe and positive experience is TikTok's top priority. Kick has also issued a warning to streamers against using Galaxy Gas on its platform, which now can get you permanently banned. While the internet has said its piece, what does Galaxy Gas have to say? On September 19th, Galaxy Gas halted the sales of their whipped cream chargers, nitrous oxide tanks, and pressure release valves. In a statement, a Galaxy Gas spokesperson responded to the negative attention their product were receiving. Galaxy Gas products are for responsible culinary use only, and we are deeply concerned about the recent news reports and social media posts of individuals illegally misusing our products. Now, when you try to enter the company's website and online shop, the first thing to immediately greet you isn't the colorful canisters, but a pop-up banner titled "Condition of Sale Nitrous Oxide Products." Here, you'll read about the addictive component of their product, and a warning. It is unlawful for a person to purchase products containing nitrous oxide for any purpose not intended herein and legally authorized. When you click yes on that banner, you essentially confirm that you've acknowledged the dangers of misusing and abusing Galaxy Gas. While the company made this decision on its website, some chargers and N2O tanks can still be found on other smoke shop supply websites. It's unclear if these stores are actively receiving shipments from Galaxy Gas or if they are clearing out existing inventory. But if nitrous oxide is as dangerous as the experts say it is, why was it so accessible in the first place? As we briefly touched on earlier, using N2O with the intention of intoxication is illegal in several states and countries, with varying fines and potential jail time.
College Station police arrested 3 people Tuesday on drug possession charges, including for nitrous oxide gas. Suspects admitted they'd used to get high.
If found guilty in California, for example, the maximum penalty is $1,000 and 6 months in jail. However, while possession of the product for recreational purposes is illegal, that doesn't stop stores from selling it. Yes, the United States has yet to implement a law specifically illegalizing the distribution of N2O product. So while states like Michigan, Louisiana, and New York have decided to take their own legislative action against whippets by explicitly banning their availability in the local market, this loophole has allowed teens across America to continue buying this product legally. Then again, why should a company be punished for customers misusing their products? Well, it seems Galaxy Gas might not be as innocent as they let on. As viewers have pointed out, nah, cause why do they make flavors? Why does it look so inhalable though? They were onto something. CoffeeZilla, an investigative YouTuber who specializes in uncovering scams and frauds with deceptive advertising, spoke out in September.
This is just a cover story. And part of the reason I'm doing this is it pissed me off the way people credulously cover this stuff where they go, People are misusing Galaxy Gas. It's actually intended as a food product.
So it's supposed to take your desserts to the next level, but using it the wrong way is leaving people high.
It's not a food product. The creators know it's not a food product. This is just how they get around the law.
CoffeeZilla had reason to believe that Galaxy Gas only marketed itself as a culinary item to exploit a loophole in the law. Of course, he supported his claim with proof. If Galaxy Gas was meant to be a food product, CoffeeZilla questioned why they were sold at such a large volume. See, a normal can of whipped cream contains about 6.5 grams of nitrous oxide, and yet Galaxy Gas has sold tanks that contain 2,000 grams of nitrous oxide. In an example from News 8 Local, the host further explained,
if you portion things out similarly, you can make approximately 22,792 servings of whipped cream with that strawberry watermelon nitrous alone.
While Galaxy Gas does show how a larger tank can be used by connecting a regulator device between a whipped cream dispenser and the N2O tank, this can be seen as excessive behavior, given that a fraction of the gas is being used from the large tank. This perhaps can come in handy in high-volume settings like professional kitchens, restaurants, or catering. But judging from their YouTube videos, home use was likely the target, and people seem to agree something was off. Let's be transparent here. Even if chefs don't use that much nitrous for whipped cream, the company didn't make these with chefs in mind. They knew kids were going to use this to do whippets. Period. Another person who allegedly works at a coffee shop found Galaxy Gas's main selling point, the flavoring, to be suspicious as well. There's really no point in flavoring the gas. We make the whipped cream flavored by flavoring the cream. You'd barely be able to taste it if the gas was flavored. It's clearly not intended for culinary use. At some point, Galaxy Gas even had a product line called Trippy Whip, which, by the name of it, is already suspicious. Another point of concern we noticed was Galaxy Gas removed sales of one of their shop accessories, the pressure release valves, which might seem like nothing at a glance, but if we take a look at these videos of kids misusing the product, you can see it's these valves that are making it so easy to inhale. It basically controls the flow of gas that comes out of the tank. The N2O tanks can't do this alone, so selling the tanks alongside the pressure release valves can be seen as an intentionally encouraging misuse. Not to mention, the volume to price ratios were likely also enticing buyers. 375 gram tank for $32.99, 1,365 grams for $84.99. If misused for recreational purposes, it only takes 8 grams to 24 grams to achieve a high. That's about 46 uses for a smaller tank and 56 to 170 uses for a large tank. It's no wonder so many people were getting their hands on this product, and likely lasts them a long enough time to unfortunately get hooked. On top of this, pressure release valves aren't exactly necessary for culinary use when you have whipped cream dispensers, which have built-in mechanisms to puncture chargers to control the release of N2O gas. Of course, a dispenser can still be misused recreationally, but it's not as cool or as a colorful canister with different flavors printed on it. Speaking of the design, here's where it gets even worse. But for many, it didn't take any sleuthing to conclude that Galaxy Gas was clearly not marketed for culinary purposes.
Now, let me ask you this. Since when have you ever tried mango smoothie whipped cream? Or how about tropical punch whipped cream? Fruit punch! The answer is never, and that's because this company is not selling these for whipped cream. They're selling these to be inhaled.
More and more people are now convinced that this product was, and always has been, marketed towards children.
It's clearly marketed at high schoolers, which is a different thing. There is no legitimate reason to have that marketed at all to the wider public.
As one tweet put it, it really looks like it's for kids. Fonts and all, like it might as well be Feastables. And experts seem to agree. The New York Post reported how medical professionals have called out Galaxy Gas for manipulating the youth market with splashy ads and juicy flavors, such as watermelon lemonade, tropical punch, blue raspberry, mango smoothie, and strawberry cream. The Addiction Center also highlighted how Galaxy Gas employed dangerous marketing tactics by targeting children, claiming, "A quick look at the company's website will show a site primed to grab teens and adolescents' attention, with bright colors, dozens of different flavored gas tanks, and even a store filled with merchandise like t-shirts, bottle openers, rainbow-colored whipped cream dispensers, and even a decorative wall clock, all with the company's flashy Galaxy-inspired logo. The company even has a rewards program where shoppers can earn points towards future purchases. Now, you might be wondering, are we overthinking this? Is this just a case of people abusing a normal product? Well, it turns out all the suspicions were valid. Galaxy Gas is also being sold at vape and smoke shops. And as it turns out, the same man who advertised Galaxy Gas as the best thing that ever happened to your kitchen
We got 8 amazing flavors for you to chef up whatever your heart desires.
was also a promoter for a vape shop called Cloud9.
So obviously this guy is not moonlighting as a chef. This is just a cover story to sell an illegal high.
But the connection between the vape shop and Galaxy Gas doesn't end there. CoffeeZilla also claimed that alleged owners of Galaxy Gas, Sammy, Ben, and Kamir Amor, were also owners of the vape shop. However, in an article by CBS that previously named Khalil Amor as the one to register Galaxy Gas as a company, a Galaxy Gas spokesperson corrected the claim by sharing an operating agreement that lists Pluto Brands, LLC, as the owner of Galaxy Gas. Still, the fact remains that Amor was tied to the Galaxy Gas company, one way or another. This, coupled with the colorful packaging, specific accessories in bulk quantities, they all make the brand feel a little sketchy, and whether intentional or not, the kids are already facing the consequences, as we've seen on social media. So how can adults protect the children in their lives from falling for a marketing campaign that allegedly preys on their impressionable nature? Well, according to Dr. Scott Hadland, first parents need to recognize the signs that their child could be misusing Galaxy Gas.
Empty cartridges or noticing that cartridges have gone missing. A lot of the patients that I care for that use these inhalants or nitrous oxide will also inhale other things. So they might also be inhaling glue or paint or kerosene or other sort of household chemicals. And so sometimes they'll also have a little bit of an odor on their clothing or on them if they've been huffing these things.
WebMD also lists other key indicators, including disoriented movement and behaviors, a huffer's rash that can appear as spots or sores around the mouth, frequent headaches, irritability, and difficulties at work or school. The fact that nitrous oxide doesn't have an odor makes detection hard, but according to Dr. Scott Hadland, not impossible, especially if you create a safe space for your child or teen to communicate.
Parents really need to have open conversations with their kids and teens about drugs and ask them what they're seeing, what their peers are doing, and ask if they've ever experienced pressure to try to do these things themselves.
Of course, if the abuse continues, consider seeking the professional help your child needs. After all, nitrous oxide is an old problem that's being sold to a new generation. And while the government is making slow moves to control access to this substance, for now, there's no telling how far this life-ruining habit will spread amongst today's youth. Before you go, don't forget, your next mystery awaits. Uncover hidden clues and solve thrilling mysteries in Secret Puzzle Society. Click the link in the description or scan the QR code to get started.